This one belief might be costing your family tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Little did I know this is something that so many parents believe, and it blew my mind. Just the other day, after a couple great sessions with a new student, we ran into a problem. After those couple of wonderful sessions, the family approached me and said, "Hey, I think we're gonna hold off for now." And I was confused. The student's parents were not on the same page. It was on the daughter's initiative to get extra help to get ahead for organic chemistry this summer, while transferring to another more prestigious and more rigorous university. A high achieving student with a 4.0. So you might be wondering, why is a student with a 4.0 in college looking for tutoring? And it's because they had this level of initiative to want to get ahead and to stay ahead in their academics. And that is my absolute favorite type of person to work with. So here was the problem. The belief is this: if my student is not struggling, if my child is not at a place where they're about to fail, then they don't need help. They shouldn't go and seek assistance from a tutor, coach, mentor, whatever you want to call someone who does what I do. The more I thought about it, the more it puzzled me. Let's walk through this logic carefully, right? Just like I would be teaching to a student. Let's walk through the logic of what we're saying here. If my student is not in a low place with how they feel about their academics, they should not go and seek help. There's a bunch of different reasons why I think this is not only false, but could be a dangerous belief to hold. Before we go any further, if you're a college parent, there's no part of me that doubts you want the absolute best for your kids. You don't want to limit your potential by seeking easy things all the time. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that when we are seeking our fullest and highest potential, usually that only gets unlocked when we're making the most of the tools at our disposal. I myself have been, quote, guilty of this belief that I should try and figure it out on my own because that somehow makes me better than other people that ask for help. Let's think about the extreme of what this point of view is saying. In order to develop grit and perseverance and intelligence is composed of hiding yourself in a closet or a cave and figuring it all out on your own. Now, if that were true, that means that we shouldn't have professors, we shouldn't have textbooks where people who have distilled their years of research and learning into a place where it's easy to access. We shouldn't use the internet at all if we're a student, and never mind tools like ChatGPT to quickly compile information in a way that's presentable and digestible to us. We shouldn't do any of those things. We should set out to discover a question and try and figure it out with the previous information that we have. So I hope even with that little illustration, you can understand a little bit of why I might find that perspective interesting, especially if you are a parent, a family that believes that education is a positive thing. Never mind all of the changes that are happening in the job market that may influence what major or what internships, what path your child may pursue. That's a different subject altogether. But if we believe that edification of one's own mind and seeking of knowledge, that process is a good thing, then I think it's also a good thing that we do it in such a way that maximizes the amount of information that we can absorb, retain, recollect, and present in a way that is indicative that we genuinely understand it. So with that, whatever means that process occurs by, whatever tools we use or don't use, I think we might now agree that it's a good thing that the more efficiently that process happens, the better. I'd also like to reframe this idea of help being something that you beg for on your knees when you are desperate. When we have people speaking into our lives that inspire us, that make us think in a different way than we previously ever had before, that usually leads to breakthroughs that could save us years, decades potentially, of having to figure it out all on our own. So it depends what your goals are as an individual, or again, as a parent on behalf of the child that you love and care about. What are their goals and what would you like to see them accomplish and achieve? These are some of the questions that definitely came up when I was at university. So I have made it my mission in my life to be somebody that young adults and their families can genuinely trust. That when people come to me for, quote, tutoring, that they get somebody who can act as that older brother, mentor, quasi-parent figure in a young adult's life that cares about this person's future, who is not simply blood related to them. And when I work with somebody, I invest. I want to see them stick to the really hard goals that they set out to achieve. I don't want them to get tripped up by the trappings that can happen when you go off to college. The best students are motivated learners. The best leaders are people who take guidance from other people. And the more I wake up to that, the more it resonates as accurate. If this video has made you think differently about what it means for your child to get supported through the transitions involved in college, go check out the links in the description. There'll be more information about how we can get connected. Both of the links that you'll see. Number one will get you a place where your student can ask questions for free. And then the other link is for a 15-minute free discussion, get to know each other. And if it's a vibe fit, we'll book in a longer call where we can make a customized game plan for your child to succeed academically and set themselves up for a lifetime of achievement that is not quantifiable, character level achievement. So if that sounds like what you've been looking for, welcome, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.